Okay, so on our very last two problems, okay, identify the x-intercept of this equation. Now, a lot of people immediately look at these and think, oh, I just got to graph it real quick. Well, our calculator will not take this in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. It won't take it. We can't graph it that way. So there's two options. One is to go ahead and put this into slope-intercept form. Do the math. You should be able to do it. Put it in slope-intercept form. Then you can graph it and find that x-intercept. The other option is to know what an x-intercept is. And what I mean by that is, look, if I have an x-intercept, that means it's somewhere, maybe it's there or right there, maybe it's way out here. It's somewhere on this x-axis. Well, anything on the x-axis is some number x, left and right, some number, and then it's always 0. It is always 0 because it doesn't go up or down. And that's our y value. It's never going to be up here and it's never going to be down here. It's always right here at the y value of 0. Well, if I know that information, I can plug that 0 in. So I have 3x, and see, I left that. That's a number. I don't know what it is. That's some number that represents our x value, but we know that the y has to be 0. So 5 times 0 right there, plugged in. And 5 times 0 is just 0. So what I have is 3x equals 30. I divide by 3 and divide by 3. Those cancel. I get that x equals 10. And that, to a lot of people, they get there and they think, oh, well, that's not one of my answers. Look at all the different 10s flying around here. Okay? That's because, look, what we were doing is we were finding out exactly what that number was supposed to be. So my answer should be 10, 0. Okay? 10, 0. And there it is. Number 18, on the other hand, look, it's already got y by itself. So if you want to, with 18, if y is already by itself, look, if we go into our calculator, that y equals button, it's already like that. It's y equals something. And well, we know what that something is right here. It's 6x minus 54. Zoom 6, hope it shows up. And then it looks like it crosses our x-axis, x-intercept being x-axis, at 9. Okay, at 9, 0. So I'm thinking this is probably my answer. Okay. But if you want to check it like the last problem, again, we know that this exact intercept has to be some sort of point that is number, 0. Because look, anytime it wants the x-intercept, we don't know what that x value is, but we know what the y value is. Okay. So I can plug that 0 in, and I'd have 0 equals 6x minus 54. I want x by itself, so I add 54, add 54. And then I divide by 6. And I get x equals 9. Okay? And like I did before, that's not our final answer. That x equals 9, that has to get plugged back in to that little number sign that we didn't know. And it should be, yes, 9, 0. Answer was D. Number 19. Most commonly missed problem on the benchmark. It's just a memorization definition problem. What is the slope of the line x equals 7? Well, if I was to graph this, I'd think, okay, this is my x-axis. X equals 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mr. Sorrell, that's just a point. That's just a point. No, it's not. X equals 7 means that x equals 7 right here, or here, or here, or anywhere up there. And x equals 7 all the way down there. So what we have, guys, is a vertical line. Okay? Vertical line. What does vertical line mean? It means it has no slope. Not 0 slope. 0 slope is a horizontal line. Okay? Has an unidentified slope. We do not know. We don't know what the slope is of a vertical line. We cannot tell. Okay? For number 20, what is the first step to solving this? And this problem gets people into trouble simply for the fact that they try to do too much with it. Why is this in here? Because the EOC loves to do this. It loves to give you a problem that's really quick, but kids that just don't read directions well or overthink things, they get into all sorts of trouble on it because they spend way too much time on it. Here's our equation. AX plus BY equals C. That is the standard form. And it says, if I was to solve for X, what would my first step be? First step. Well, just like we do with all these other equations, we want to undo this sort of addition first, so we subtract by from both sides. Now, you're done with the problem if you're paying attention and you're reading directions. Because look right here. First step, subtract by from both sides. That's correct. Where kids get into trouble is they then start crossing stuff out and they start trying to figure out what this is. They're like, oh yeah, I got to solve for x, got to solve for x, got to solve for x. All I wanted was the first step. So right here, we are done with the problem. Right when we identify that first step was subtract by by on both sides.